What is good, YouTube? It's your boy OG Nonboy back with another video, and in today's video I have some battles that were submitted to me by my friend Got7 Leo, so thank you for the submissions. And this team is a little bit more of a spicier team, which consists of the Shadow Star Raptor in the front with the Surfetch'd and Excadrill in the back. So three really squishy Pokemon, and let's see how well he's able to do with this team here. So first match we have the Star Raptor into Swampert. So I'm gonna stay in here for a bit, it seems, and I'm curious to see how well the Staraptor here tanks a Hydro Cannon, just because it is quite squishy and it is also the Shadow variant, but actually it doesn't look too bad. But the opponent swaps right into the Obstagoon, so they're gonna have to shield this. And they actually let it go, so sending the Obstagoon there to the Shadow Realm, and now we have the Surfetch aligned to the Swampert here, and gonna be able to get these Leaf Blades off, and these would one-shot. And gonna be able to tank one of these Hydro Cannons, so looks like he's saving his shields, and probably gonna shield this just because he will be able to get to another Leaf Blade here, and over farming a little bit and throwing right before the opponent can get another Hydro Cannon off. So really good counting by Got7 Leo, and now we get to see what's in the back. Opponent most likely not going to shield this just because they know that he does have the Night Slash instead of the potential Brave Bird. So gonna go down, but at this point the match should just about be secured. These fast moves from the Staraptor are doing a whole lot, and you can just shield this and farm them all the way down. So good games to the opponent and Got7 Leo. Really satisfying boom there on the Obstagoon. So next match we have a Charizard lead. So another kind of I mean, I guess a lot of leads are pretty tricky considering the Staraptor is so squishy. Gonna go straight for the close combat here, which is pretty interesting. But I'm gonna swap into the Excadrill here. Let's see what the opponent decides to throw. They actually threw the Dragon Claw, so that's a really risky catch and a really risky no shield there by Got7 Leo. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this Rock Slide off. And this isn't the worst matchup for the Excadrill, but I mean, a Seed Bomb would probably be pretty close to KOing. And now he's in a nice farm down range for the Trevenant. So most definitely going to come back in here with the Staraptor and try to get a nice farm down, I'd assume. And most likely not going to shield anything here just because both moves are resisted. With the Seed Bomb being, yeah, not doing too much damage there. So gonna get a full farm down here, but actually going to let the Staraptor go here. So leaving it all up to Surfetch. Let's see what this thing can do here. So Surfetch versus Charizard. Pretty bad matchup for the Surfetch usually, but thankfully he is up a shield. So these Night Slashes, I think one from this range should be able to KO. And then it's just up to what is in the back. So I'm gonna get this next Night Slash off. And it does KO, so let's see what's in the back there. It ends up being a Lapras, so like one of the best things that you could see in the back. So GG's to both players. Next match, there's another Swampert lead, so I'm gonna stay in this here again. And then he's playing this out the same way where he's tanking the first Hydro Cannon. And then opponent staying in here, going straight for the close combat. Honestly, both of these moves are like both pretty hard hitting, so I don't really know if it makes too much of a difference going for one move over the other. But now he swaps into the Surfetch'd and getting off this Leaf Blade, opponent shielding it, and he's gonna tank the first Hydro Cannon again. And I kind of like this just because they're probably gonna swap in something that's good against the Surfetch, and that's exactly what the opponent does here, bringing in the Charizard, but gonna be able to get a Night Slash off here before going down. So most likely going to bring the Excadrill in here and just get to one Rock Slide, only having to shield once here. So in a pretty solid position. And opponent getting off just the Dragon Claw, but I mean, like, maybe just go for the Blast Burn just in case your opponent doesn't shield. Since you probably will only get to one move, but now the opponent brings the Swampert back in. All he needs to do is get to a Drill Run, over farming just a little bit to get some extra energy for whatever is in the back. and in a pretty solid position here. So let's see what the opponent ends up having. He has a Typhlosion, throwing on poor timing there, allowing an extra Incinerate to sneak through, but I don't think it's going to matter since this Drill Run should one-shot the Typhlosion. So next match here, Staraptor into Trevenant. So this is kind of the dream lead. Opponent swapping out into the Obstagoon, and Surfetch can actually counter this thing all the way down, only having to tank one move here. So going to be able to keep a lot of the health on this thing, still in the yellow, and having loaded energy for whatever comes in next. So these Night Slashes here are going to be pretty threatening to this Trevenant here. First one coming through, firing off the second one right away. And if the opponent doesn't shield this, they will be just about taken out here. So the opponent deciding to throw to take out the Surfetched. And I don't know about that, just because you kind of allow your opponent to get a little bit of extra farm on your Trevenant before it goes down. And it turns out they have a Primarina in the back. So at this point, I mean, definitely a very good position for GOT7 Leo, just because you are resisting the charm damage due to the steel typing of the extra drill, and pretty spammy here getting to these drill runs after only 5 mud shots. So he's also throwing on optimal move timing, throwing 4 before hitting the charge move, just so that the opponent doesn't sneak any charms through. So oh wow, just about able to get to this last drill run before being farmed all the way down with like 1 HP, and the opponent doesn't even get to see the third Pokemon here. So this is the final match in the set, I believe. So first match, or you got the Exadrill. Oh my god, I'm just fumbling everything now, huh? We got the Staraptor into Executor. So even though it is a grass type, as you can see here, these Confusion fast moves are doing a lot of damage to the Staraptor, taking it out before it's even able to get to a few more fast attacks there. So gonna get the Psychic off, and that's kind of an interesting move to throw, since I do believe the Seed Bomb is less energy, and the Psychic is resisted by the Excadrill. But now they're throwing the Seed Bomb, but at this point it's not looking too good for the Excadrill, and he's kind of in shambles here, like depending on what's in the back. And it is an Empoleon, which the Surfetch does have a decent matchup against, except for you can see these waterfalls are doing quite a bit of damage to the Surfetched, and they also have a Blaziken in the back. So at this point, just too much ground for the Surfetch to cover, and this should be a GG here. So Blaziken going to be able to farm them all the way down, and doesn't really matter here. He's just going to let them move through just because he knows the game is over. But overall, very interesting battles. We did get to see quite a few spectacular booms, like the close combat on the Obstagoon and the Excadrill taking out the Typhlosion with the drill run. So very exciting battles. Thank you again, GOT7 Leo, for the submission. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and also submit your battles in the link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one.